Yo, there it is. There it is. We are back. Let's go. StreamYard, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. All right, let's go. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. What is going on, fam? Let's get it. Why is my shit it's not loud? What is going on, baby? Monday, 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 Monday. Monday, new month, August 1st. August 1st, Monday, new week, new opportunities. Let's get it. All right, I don't have it. So I want to get this going. And I'm going to hop right into it because I have a meeting at 2 o'clock. So with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Hold up. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's freaking get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how you probably shouldn't punish yourself after a weekend. Now, obviously, we're all human beings. We want to enjoy ourselves on the weekend, especially during summer. Right? I think we can all agree on that, and understanding that perfection is not attainable. There is no such thing as 100%. So the question is, cool, how do we see results in our fitness journey and enjoy yourself on the weekends? And I think this is honestly one of the biggest questions that I get as a trainer and as a coach. And honestly, I was reflecting on it yesterday when I went to the Met game. Yesterday, I went to the Met game in Miami, and I was thinking of it. I was like, well, I want to enjoy myself, right? I want to sit here. I want to enjoy the game. Can I still do that and stay on track and keep moving forward? Here is the answer. Yes, you freaking can. So we're going to break that down in today's episode. I wanted to cover that. Now, to set the standard, set the tone for the episode, I should say, is to understand that if you fall off track, you shouldn't go and punish yourself after the weekend. What do I mean by that? Well, if you veer off from your plan on the weekends, like it's normal to do that, especially on the summer, you shouldn't go in there Monday and put the sweatshirt on and punish yourself for doing hours of cardio. Why do I say that? Because here's the thing. When you do that, I've seen it lead to poor habits, poor mindset, right? And it doesn't have to feel that way. It shouldn't be that way. Because what that does is lead to resentment. It leads to burnout. It leads to not wanting to do the things that you have to do. And that's the reality of the situation. We are humans. We're meant to make mistakes. And that's what me and my clients are focusing on. It's understanding that we're just trying to get 1% better every single day. That we're just trying to make conscious efforts here and there, because that's going to stack over time. And when you continuously make those small tweaks over and over again, you continuously look forward in the right direction. You continuously focus on making improvements, and you stack that over time. Eventually, that's going to move the needle for you, right? You can't. All right, this is another thing that I really wanted to cover today too, is don't look so far ahead. I think this is something that I used to struggle with too. I used to look so far ahead. And what do I mean by that is that you want to, like, all right, for example, like let's say you want to lose 20, 30 pounds, and you want to do that like today. And you're thinking of how the hell am I going to get there? How am I going to make this happen, right? And when you look at it from that perspective, it can seem really daunting. It can seem like an uphill battle, and you're like, well, where do I even start? How am I going to make this a reality for myself? And I think it's trying to shift your perspective on that and just say, hey, what can I do today that's going to get me a little bit closer? And you look at each day as an opportunity to move forward. You look at each meal as an opportunity to make a better conscious decision. You look at each workout, each cardio session as a chance to get a little bit better, as a chance to improve in some capacity. And that's what me and my team are focusing on right now. We're focused on just trying to get 1% better every single day. We're focused on just trying to move the needle in some capacity every single day. We're focused on trying to make a better choice at each meal. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be 100%. But think of your decisions and your choices compounding over and over again, and stacking over time, either for you or against you. And that's something that I really focus on a lot with this podcast, is saying that, hey, this is all a choice that's in your control. And that's something that I really have learned to believe over time. So the purpose of today's stream is to understand that you shouldn't punish yourself after a bad weekend, because you shouldn't. That leads to a lot of poor habits and a poor mentality when it comes to fitness. It doesn't have to be a chore, right? Focus on this: progress over perfection. What I want you to really ask yourself this question: what can I do today that's going to get me a little bit closer towards my goals? Like, let's think about it. You go out to the restaurant with your friends and family on the weekend. Does that mean you can't have certain foods? And I was having a conversation with one of my newer clients recently, and I think that was said in the conversation. It's like, I can't have those foods. And I caught her in that moment, and I was like, don't say that you can't have something, because you need to change that language right now in this moment. You shouldn't view it as that way. You shouldn't say I can't have certain things, because what does that lead to? Burnout, resentment, poor habits. Like I said, it's super, super crucial to understand that. So you can have certain things in moderation. Know where to draw the line. We're going to break that down a little bit. Does that make sense? Are you guys getting value so far? Let me know in the comments. What's good, Instagram? Why is Instagram not showing my live stream? It's so frustrating. What's up, TikTok? Sasha, I appreciate you. What's up, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube? You know the vibes. Are you guys getting value so far? If so, let me know in the freaking comments. Now, I want to keep this episode rolling. Now, to give you guys a hypothetical example, let's say that you go to dinner on a Friday night with your friends. You've been crushing it all week, right? Monday through Friday, you've been doing a really good job with your macros, your training, your sleep, nutrition, right? Weekend rolls around, you want to go to happy hour with your friends. Can you do that and still see gains? Yes, let's break that down. So you sit down, you have some food at a restaurant, understanding how to navigate the menu. Now, thinking of it from a logical standpoint, there's certain things that you should probably stay away from, like highly processed and fried foods. You know, maybe you try to get a grilled chicken sandwich with a side salad and maybe a side of fries. Like, that's a good place to be in. And if you're drinking, maybe instead of a bunch of sugary loaded margaritas and a bunch of heavy beers, maybe you just do some Tito seltzer, or maybe you just do some tequila and coconut water, you know, and you have a couple iced waters in between. You know, like, breaking that down, that doesn't sound too unrealistic, right? Like, yeah, obviously it's not the sexiest thing in the world. Obviously it's not the most enjoyable and the most optimal, but here's the thing. Here's the sad fucking truth. There has to be some level of sacrifice if you want real results. Again, look at my contest prep the last few months. I left it all on the fucking table. Every single ounce of my being was put into that prep. I honestly think part of my soul left my body. Now, that's the extremity of it. I don't think you have to push yourself to that level of intensity, right? But what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to punish yourself after a bad weekend. What I'm trying to say is that simply making progress over time is a choice. It is a simple choice, a simple act that you have the control over, right? Again, think of it this way. You're on vacation, right? Who's to say that you can't have a quality breakfast in the morning, and then maybe you indulge a little bit at lunch, and then you go back to dinner and you have a better dinner? Like, why does it have to be so tunnel vision? Why does it have to be so, like, all or nothing all the time? Like, I used to struggle with that too, which is why I'm sitting here fucking talking about it. You know, like, I did great Monday through Friday. I traveled to Tampa this weekend to go see one of my friends. Did I do really well with my macros? No. But does that mean I'm going to put a hoodie on Monday and fucking do 3 hours of cardio? No. Because what is that going to do? That's going to make me actually resent the things that I have to do instead of wanting to do them. And the thing is, in order to make this game sustainable, realistic, and attainable, it has to be enjoyable. So how do you do that? By not punishing yourself after a bad weekend. We're fucking human beings. We're meant to make mistakes. There is no such thing as 100%. Let go of that right now in this moment. If you're listening to me, if you're watching this, I'm challenging you right now to let go of that, detach from that. I used to struggle with that so much. There's even times where I still have it come into my mind. And what I'm trying to make you realize is that all that's doing is robbing you of your own peace and happiness. Choosing better options doesn't have to be a fucking prison sentence. Don't say that you can't have this or that. Enjoy yourself. Have the ice cream in moderation. But instead of having an entire fucking pint of ice cream, maybe you just do a serving. Maybe you just do a cup. Right? And then maybe you go for a walk after. It's little things. Feed yourself in moderation. Get the satisfaction on occasion. Don't restrict yourself too much because restriction leads to burnout, resentment, and bad habits. So I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but all in all, you guys get the premise of today's episode is to not punish yourself after a bad weekend. Really let go of that. Really just continuously ask yourself, how could I be better today? What could I do today that's going to get me closer to my goals, and continuously operating from that frequency? I think over time, it's going to really allow you to see the change that you want in your life. And that's the fucking goal. So go and implement, do something with this today. I know that if you're hearing this message that you deserve to change, that you can change, that I fucking believe in you. I know this is possible. So all in all, I hope that was valuable. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, protein. See you guys in the next one. Yo, that's it. That is all. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, be sure to check out these audio-only replays. The link is in my freaking bio. Check the link in my bio as my podcast, but I have to hop on the meeting here. Hope you guys have the best day ever, and we'll see you in the next one. Boom.